Chapter 1. Wouldn't Even Blink. Franca. That day had been one I wished to quickly forget. Indeed, the months since those witches took my Antoine had been time I wish I had the power to erase from my memory. I had power. I did not have that kind of power. These thoughts on my mind, I moved down the hallway of the Winter Palace, seeking my room where I planned to pull the cord, ring a servant, and request several bottles of Floridian wine. Wine might not make me forget, but I'd found of late that it served well to dull the pain. I turned the corner, my eyes to my slippers, but my senses made me lift my gaze to the passageway. At what I saw, I halted and grew still, then slowly and quietly retraced my steps and ducked behind the corner, peering back around. Oh my! The Prince Nocturno of the other world was in the doorway to a bedchamber. Although he was not actually a prince, not in this universe. Apparently they had very few princes in that other world, a world that existed on a parallel plane, where all beings had twins to my own world. This I thought was rather mad. Everything about it, obviously, but with few princes that meant there were few kings, so who ruled? He reported that he was instead a member of the city guard, an occupation he referred to as being a cop. A rather surprising statement, considering all that was him. He was no member of a guard. He was a prince, and he called himself Noc for some unknown reason, as Nocturno was a fine name, a strong name, a regal name. This last was true, as his counterpart in this world was a prince. And right now, he had his back to me. He was wearing a pair of trousers, the like that couldn't be found in my world. They were made of a rough, sturdy, faded blue material. He also had a shirt that was not the fashion in this world. It was attractive and made of an equally attractive plaid, and it was a shirt that fit his broad shoulders magnificently. His thick black hair was untidy, this also attractive, and I could see his light blue eyes, but only in my imagination, as he had his back to me. They were not eyes you were likely to forget. With his dark hair and skin browned in the sun, those eyes were deliciously striking. There was a day, though now that day seemed lifetimes ago, when a sight such as Nocturno Hawthorne of another world, or indeed this one, would have caused me to have a much different reaction, not only to him, but to my plans for the imminent future. That was before Antoine. That was before I met the man who introduced me to, well, me.